Hello, everyone. It's Lisa with Ink and Inspirations. Thank you for joining me for our live this evening. So I am going to wait until I see a comment to know that everything is okay and make sure I have my sound okay. So I hear an echo of myself. I hope you don't hear it. How's everybody doing? I'm so excited to show you this project tonight. It's using my August product spotlight, which is the Les Shops Designer Series paper from the annual catalog. It's super cute and you're going to love it. And we're going to talk a little bit about my special offer if you purchase that by Monday. So I don't see anyone yet. So I'm going to wait just a minute and then I'll get started. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Linda. Good. Okay. So y'all are on YouTube. Everything's okay. Sound is okay. So I'm going to get started. So the Les Shops Designer Series paper is one that coordinates with a bundle in the annual catalog. I believe it's called the Let's Go Shopping Bundle. And I didn't purchase that bundle, but I fell in love with the designer paper and all of the ideas that came from just looking at that paper. It's just awesome. So I'm going to put the screen, let's switch layouts here. Okay, so right here I have a special. It's a free slider card tutorial, and I'm going to show you the card in just a minute. But if you purchase a pack of this paper using my host code, and let me get the information up there, that 2FV7ET36, by Monday, I'll send you this tutorial free. It's a video plus a project sheet with some of the information on there so that you can put it together. And so the special for this free tutorial goes through Monday, August 14th, and purchasing this pack of paper so that you can get this tutorial. And you're going to want to put this together. So here is the card. Look at this. Ta-da! So fun. And these shops are just perfect for it. I thought this would make such a cute card for a gift card for someone that loves to shop. Hey, Patty. So anyway, don't forget about this, and I'll be talking about it because tonight's project features this designer paper and another project, okay? All right, and before we move on with that, you all know that we have our kits on sale at a great discount this month through the end of the month. So many of you have already ordered these, and it's just a great sale. I know I ordered 3 or 4 of the Christmas tags kit. I forget that festive tag is the name of it. So don't forget about this sale. Okay, let's get started. Let me see. We go over here and let me show you the card we're going to make this evening. It's a birthday card, okay, using that paper. And look how cute this is. And you know what? I even thought this would be cute. You know, my granddaughters have little miniature dolls. They could play, use this as a scene to play. So it has lots of uses. So let's go ahead and put it together. And I was inspired by a friend of mine in the UK, Liz Shannon, for these cards. And I just think they're spectacular. So let's get started. First of all, I want to talk about the little shops. So in this particular card, I wanted to show you that in the designer paper, and these are just 3 of the sheets from the designer paper. Okay, there are 3 different sheets with shops on it. Okay, so on this one, let me show you here. Do you see how they have these partial shops here? Well, that's what I used for the front of my card. Don't let this go to waste. And so let me show you what I did here. You see right here how I just used the partial shops and then just left the center where I could put my greeting. All right. So I have two here, and I did put a note that you can cut it down if it's too wide. Okay. So let's look at our card base. And I have this one at 4 by 5 1/4. This is, I love this background paper in this balmy blue because it makes for a great backdrop for your other shops that you put in front of it. Okay. And so I have that plus a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 piece of, this is Daffodil Delight, I believe. Yes, Daffodil Delight. And so I'm going to go ahead and mount these. And that's going to have like our street scene. Okay. So let me get some glue. And I'm going to try to keep track of my scissors this time, y'all. All right. Let's put this right here. And we have just that little 1/16 of an inch all the way around. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to use these two shops. Now, the way these were cut, this is the right-hand side of the shop. So I'm going to put that over here, and I'm butting it up against the edge right down here. Okay. All right. Let me get that off of there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And then we'll look at this other shop and see if we need to trim it down. Okay, so this one to me would take up too much room. I want plenty of room for my happy birthday. So I'm going to take this and get my paper trimmer and just, I think I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch off to start with, okay? It's better to not cut too much to start with. Let's see how that's going to do. I think I like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that one down. Get some liquid glue here and line it up. I'm lining it up with the edge of the designer series paper on the side and with the designer series paper at the bottom, this backdrop in balmy blue. Oh, I love that they put that print in there. Okay. Okay, so there's our card front layer. And then you can use thick basic white. This one is just regular basic white, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and mount that on the front. And so it's just going to have a tiny white border around. Okay, all right. So now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment so that I can have that ready to go. So I have a 1-inch size strip, and you can cut this as long as you need, but keep in mind you want it to fit somewhere in here, okay? So I have chosen to use the Happy Birthday from the Celebrate with Tags kit from the annual catalog, and I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday in balmy blue. And then we're going to trim off the edges. Just like that, okay? So now, what I'm going to do is take my snips and cut pretty close to the edge of the sentiment. Maybe just leaving, and that's not exactly, I see a little curve there, so I'm going to kind of trim that off a little bit. Oh, gosh, that's even worse. That's better. Okay. Just chopped a hair off of it. Okay, and I'm going to do the same on this side. Bam. Okay, so that's here. And we're going to go ahead and put this in the center. Now, let me show you something. You see on this card, the sample card, how I have the little shop on this side and the big shop on this side? And the one we're making is reversed, okay? I'm going to put the bow on this left-hand side this time because this is dominates this side, and this one side's a little lighter, so to speak, not as heavy with product. So, but first I'm going to grab some Stampin' Dimensionals to put on the back of that and pop that up. One of these days, let's see, I have dimensionals somewhere. Here they are. I have 2 left on this one. Just use part of an end. And then here's one. So if you're watching, if you say hello and let us know where you're watching from, that would be great. Love to know where everybody's from. For some reason, I can't see if anyone's watching. So if you comment, that would be great. Okay, so I'm going to put this about right here, okay? And then later I'll attach my bow. But now we're going to work on the inside. So I knew I was going to have all of these shops there, okay? So what I did is I cut a piece of this designer paper going across at 4 1/4 by 11, which is what I cut my base because I wanted it to cover the whole shebang. I scored it at 5 1/2 for the middle, and now I'm going to glue it on, okay? I just thought it would make a really pretty backdrop. And you'll notice that I did not put a sentiment on the inside because I didn't want to take away from the shops, but the Balmy Blue designer paper is light enough in color to write on top of it, and that's what I plan on doing. Okay, so see there? There's the inside of our card. Now, because it's got that fold there. Oh, yes, Carol, I bet it was. Whew. Okay, so now you see how I can see a little bit of that designer paper peeking out because it's on the inside and it's folded, even though it's cut at the same dimensions. I'm going to take my snips and slide it along the edge of the basic white and cut off that excess. Okay. Let's see, this side needs it. Yeah, there's a little bit showing. So I'm just sliding it along the basic white base, and it's cutting off. See that curly little sliver of a designer paper right there? And it makes a difference, okay? It gives a cleaner finish. All right, now let's talk about putting our shops together. So I'm going to put that card aside for a second and show you this centerpiece. Now, I've already cut and scored this, so it's 3 3/4 by 11. No, it's not on sale, Carol, but if you order this paper, then I will send you a tutorial for a triple slider card using this paper, okay? All right, so it's scored at 1/2, 3, 5 1/2, 8, and 10 1/2, okay? And then I have already folded and burnished it with my bone folder, but I'm going to do it again, okay? So the way it's folded is it makes like an M, okay, with these 2 little edges coming up, okay? All right, so we've got that. This is how we're going to attach it to the inside of our card on this little edge, these edges, I should say. So now we're going to get our shops, and these are the ones that I found that have fit the best. I have this sweet shop, pastry shop, and I have a note on here that it needs to be trimmed down a little bit, and I'll do that in a minute. I have the little pasta shop. This looks like a little boutique. It has little cream bottles and jars, maybe soap shop. And then this little arts and crafts shop that we can all relate to, right? So this one is going to go on this edge, all right? And so I'm going to fold this back, and I'm going to line that up with the bottom, okay? And you can see here where this kind of sticks out over the edge. That's okay for there, okay? So I'm going to center that. And if I need to trim it off later, if I see that, you can always trim a little bit later. But I think this one I left as is. Might have trimmed off a little bit. Let's do that. So I'm going to take my scissors or my snips and just follow that curve and trim off a little bit, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now let's put it back on here and see if it's a better fit. And it is. Okay, so we're going to glue that on. And you may find some other shops that fit correctly or just right, but these seem to work and make a really cute shopping street display. Okay, so here again, we're going to line it up with the bottom. We're going to center it between the score lines. I folded that tab back that's going to glue to the inside of the card. And there we go. Okay. So now we're going to go to the little pasta shop. And that is going to go right there in the center. And we can, it's kind of extending a little bit. So I'm going to kind of trim that too. I'm going to kind of go a little bit off. And the same thing here. It's just a tiny bit, but it'll keep it from curling up when you have your card closed. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on there. I'm centering it. Okay, let's put this right here. Lined up with the bottom. Okay, let's take our measurements off here. And the next shop, where is it? Oh, right here, is the tall shop. Now this one also goes right here. It looks like it's sized just perfectly. I see a little that I can trim off right here, little white. And so I'm gonna, oh, I'm using the wrong scissors, y'all. You know, I went to order another pair of snips because I used my ribbon scissors on paper last week, and they are not orderable right now. Dang it. So, but they're still cutting ribbon okay. I didn't use it too much, but there you saw me, I grabbed it again. Okay, so now let's glue this on. Okay. In the center, line it up, butt it up against the bottom, okay? Now this last shop, I definitely have trimmed down on this, okay? So this, oh, I got some ink there, that's all right. This is going to go here. You see how it goes too far over that center score, or that score line? And that would fold up like that, okay? So I think what I'm going to do is trim it down like I say to here. And so I'm going to cut along this line here and then get close to this one and see how that works. Let's try that. Okay, that's still extending over a bit. Let's see. I let it extend some on my sample, so I'm going to try this. If I need to, see, it'll be like that. If I need to, I can trim it down some more. Do this side a little bit more. Okay, let's try that. Okay, I'm going to glue that down. Put it up against the bottom. Now what we have to do is cut off the excess up here at the top, okay? So we have our little tab here and we're going to cut some of that off here, okay? So let me start on this side and cut around. And to me, this just makes it look so cute. It has gotten hot. It was cool this morning here, but boy, it's gotten hot and muggy. And I know Carol lives in our area in where our Southeast Texas home is, and she is a mail carrier, bless her heart, working in this heat. Okay. Okay, so you see how I came down there in between? And and you can come a little more and cut that little V out if you want to trim that down a little bit more. That's up to you. You just want to have enough here to do that little accordion fold. Okay, so now I'm going to cut across here. And then I'm going to cut down around the shop. I'm going to come down here between these two a little ways and then turn it, cut up, and then I'm going to cut across. And this is also done on regular basic white. You could do the other, the thick. It definitely makes a more sturdy card, but this works too. Okay, I'm coming down in between. I'm going to follow that little awning up. I'm going to up the side here. Okay, I can cut that off. And then let's come on through here. Oh, oops. I'm going to cut this and then like this. Make it easy on yourself when you're cutting. Going around these rooftops and awnings. So on our Saturday morning share, it's a pre-recorded video that will be on Facebook and YouTube. Has another project with this paper. Let's see, I got to cut this off. And it's a little packaging project, so I hope you will tune in. Just want to share how just awesome this paper is. Okay, so we've got all of that cut. Look how cute. Did I cut off the edge? I did. I cut off my tab. That's a no-no. So let me see what I'm going to do here. I am going to do this. This is part of my tab. Do not cut off this tab. And I'm going to take this and glue it behind that shop. And then we'll have our tab. You got to have these ends. Okay, so if you accidentally do that, like I just did, go ahead and fix it. You can add it back. Okay, I'm going to get the trash off of my, and then we're going to work with it. But isn't that cute? So cute. All right, so now I am going to open up the inside, and this is the easiest way to put this in, okay? You want to fold it back up like that, okay? And let me see, make sure, yeah, that's going to be just right. I'm going to come in about 3/4 of an inch from the edge, okay? So let me measure that. So I'm going to take a pencil and make a little mark at, goodness, why can't I see this? 1, 2, here it is, tiny. 3/4 of an inch. And that's how I know where I'm going to position this. And that will help it be at the correct spot on this side. So first, you're going to put some adhesive on this right tab, and then go to that little mark at that 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And hold it a bit so it sticks good. All right. And then you're going to fold it up. You want to make sure it doesn't extend past the edge of your card base down here. All right. Then you're going to take this, and then you're going to close the card. And hold it there for a minute. Okay. Ooh, my air conditioner went off and it is hot. Okay. I'm going to hold it a little bit longer and hope my little, yeah. So see, look at that, how cute. Okay, there's your little shops. All right, and so again, this is my thinking for the inside of the card. You could sign it up here. All right, you could put to or whatever, or happy birthday, whoever. And then if you wanted to, you could also put a gift card inside here. But I think I would put it on the back so you won't mess up your little shops, the little scene. Okay. So there we have that. And now I am going to do the finishing touch here with my little balmy blue bow and white bow. And I'm going to put that on this side this time. So there is our little shops card. Thank you, Cindy. So see how I kind of balanced it out, left the bigger shop over here where it would show. And I liked the color showing on this side, just like this one. It has that calypso coral. And then you have your shops. Okay. All right. So this is the Les Shops Designer Series paper. I'm having the free tutorial special up until Monday the 14th. If you order this paper using the host code, okay, let me put that back up here. By Monday on the 14th, if you add this to your order, I will send you the tutorial to make this slider card. Okay. All right. Tune in on Saturday morning for another project with this paper. It's cute and it's super easy. And it's just, my idea here was to show you how you can make some really cute projects with our designer paper and a sentiment stamp set that you have. Okay. So thank you for tuning in and joining me. Thank you for liking my video. And if you know someone who would enjoy it, thank you, Patty. Please share it with them. And until next time, remember to make a card, share that card, and make a difference. Y'all have a great evening. Take care. Bye bye.